Now in this print what we're going to do is a multicolour print with a Collagraph, and I'm going through a few different processes and showing you a few different ways of getting colour on your Collagraph. So here's a couple of different techniques, and they're not all intaglio, there's a bit of relief printing there as well. Next in the Collagraph series we're going to do a little bit of an abstract design, sort of. It's a snakescape. It's sort of snake scales in the landscape. And we're doing with Collagraph style. We're cutting bits of cardboard, putting them together, building up layers with, well, just at the moment, thin cardboard. I'm marking out scales, because these are snake scales. This is a snakescape, which is what I'm wanting to do. Painting each scale with a bit of PVA glue. I'll let that dry. I'm using the glue with a paintbrush to make watery effects. So that was our cardboard. Now a clear plastic over top of that. Now I use glue with a paintbrush to paint on some thin lines. So here we have two colours. We have a clear plastic plate, which is going to be my blue, and we have the other one, which is my cardboard plate, which is going to be the black. Mix up some shellac flakes, just methylated spirits, shellac flakes, give them about an hour to melt together, then paint it on, and this makes the cardboard nice and sturdy so I can handle the ink. Then with the shellacking I sort of paint in the direction that it is, because that might bring out a bit of texture as well. Now I'm inking up the cardboard just as you would normal intaglio. I'm also inking up the dry point plastic as well. Rub off the excess ink, so the ink only stays inside the grooves, or in the case of Collagraph, sort of hugs around the sides of where the glue is. Now I'm going to print this face down. Normally I print it face up, but this time I'm printing it face down. I'm going to roll it through the press, and there's our black and white version. Next I'm going to get there with the blue and very, very carefully place the blue over the black, and then run that through the press as well. And this is how I get the registration. Of course I can see through the blue enough just to line it up, and it gives me the second colour. Let's have a look here. Take you for a little trip, have a look at that. There we have a two-colour Collagraph print. And I can see the sky sort of a little bit mucky. I tried one print just in blue. This is like, just the cardboard Collagraph just in blue. The sky's just sort of picked up lots of dots and that. Here's this one, which I think is a little bit better, but it still seems to lack colour, still black and white, so I'm going to make the black not just black, and I might do something to the sky. I'm going to cut away the sky. Okay, and this next print, I'll just print just the black, but I'll make it a bit of a greeny black, so it's not completely black. Ink up the blue plate, just as I did before. Exactly the same as I did before. I'm going to put this face down, and this is going to be my black print, which I roll through the press. So carefully remove this. Always got to be careful with your fingers here. You don't want to ink onto the paper, but that looks pretty good without the sky. Now I'm going to very, very gently put the blue dry point plastic plate over top where I can see through, and line it up to try and make a perfect registration. Roll that through the press. What have we got? Very, very carefully pull it out, and we're going to have a look at how this printed. Okay, so this is not too bad. It's stuck to the paper again. And be very careful. You gotta have the paper just wet enough, but not too wet. Here you can see a little faint sky there, but it's probably still not what I'm wanting, but the colour of the scales are better. Back to another idea. I love this film called Ed Wood by Tim Burton, and it's got Johnny Depp in it playing Edward Jr. And there's one bit in the film where he's on the phone talking to these movie producers, and he says, "How'd you like my film?" "Ah, you hated it." "Well, my next one's going to be better." And that's just the way you've got to be with printmaking. Sometimes you've got to always sort of think, well, the next one's going to be better. Get the brayer or the roller. I'm going to roll out some ink, just a small roller. This is going to be a completely different approach we're also going to print part of this in Taglio and part of this in relief print. The sky that I had before, which I cut off from the other plate, I did not get rid of. I kept that, and I'm now rolling it up so that this is going to be the relief print. It's going to be the sky, and the other bit's going to be, as I did before, intaglio. Still printing face down. I probably should have printed this face up, but I guess I'm getting into habits now. More exercise. Right, let's have a look at this one. See how we are going with it. It's not looking too bad. A bit patchy. I should print it the other way around. If I print it face up, I'll get rid of the patchiness. And it's a bit better. It's a little bit better. Well, the next one's going to be better. If I stab a few dots in here, we're going to have a little nice starry night. It's going to change the mood of the whole thing a bit, make it look at night time. So with that eager, excited, the next one's going to be better. Here we go. We're going to see if it is or not. Right, this time I did print it face up. Stuck to the paper again. I should probably dry the paper a little bit more, but I think I have success. There we have it. Yes, I am happy with that, finally. That's my snakescape on the water. I can live with it. I hope you've enjoyed this. And that's getting colour into collagraphs. And for the next video, we're going to be doing some mono prints.